There's a new season of Wild hockey, and it starts tonight at the X.
Minnesota went 6-1 in the preseason, looking good. Now they're looking to open the regular season against the New York Rangers with a W tonight. Hannah Flood joins us from the XL Energy Center with more on the story. Hannah, good morning, and let's play hockey.
Hey, good morning, Tom and Alex. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement for this team. Not only that successful preseason, but, a pretty successful run in the postseason last year, too. So a lot of people are talking about the Wild, excited for what's on the table, what's to come this season. I'm with Joe O'Donnell, one of the guys who probably knows it, one of the best out of anyone. He's with Wild Radio. He does play-by-play announcement. And so you've obviously been covering this very successful preseason. What have you seen so far from the team?
I think a lot of the questions that the fans probably had going into the preseason were answered. Going 6-1-0, obviously got their fair share of wins, but to see Marco Rossi step up and increased opportunity, Kalen Addison as well, both the young players are going to make the opening at Rostrum. Will play tonight against the Rangers. Tyson Jost got a bigger chance to show what he can do and certainly produced. And Sam Steele, a late offseason signing by Wild GM Bill Guerin, really played well. In addition to those other guys, and of course the returning cast, Eric Sinek, Foligno, Kaprizov, Zuccarello, and Marc-Andre Fleury back in net. So I think there's a lot of excitement around this group from the returning cast, the new players, and certainly a good preseason to sort of kick things off on the right foot.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk last season about kind of a newer or a younger team, some fresh faces. Are we still kind of feeling that newness?
I think so, yeah. I mean, there's going to be turnover with every team in the NHL. You need some of that new blood to come in and join the organization. Philip Gustafson will be essentially the backup to Marc-Andre Fleury. He was acquired in the Cam Talbot trade, so he's another new piece to the roster. But I think there's just a lot of excitement for this team. I think there's going to be scoring by committee. I think they try to address some needs in the offseason. And obviously when you're coming off such a good year, the Wild had last year, their best year ever in their regular season history with 53 wins. That's going to be tough to top, but I think there's a lot of excitement for this year's team.
Yeah, and okay, we are Minnesota sports fans, so we tend to get our hopes up. Does this successful preseason and the run at the playoffs last year, does that really mean anything for this season?
I think it does. I really do. I mean, I know the preseason doesn't count essentially, right? You win 6 out of 7. It doesn't matter if you lose 6 out of 7. But I think that just the guys getting back at it, getting used to the system under head coach Dean Evison, getting some of that, the rust knocked off and the chemistry between the lines and the deep pairs. I think it was great to see. Like I said earlier, a lot of questions were answered, in my opinion, on how this team should look. Now it's real tonight with the Rangers in town, but I do expect this to be a very successful season for the Wild.
Excellent. It all kicks off tonight. You can probably hear they even got the Zamboni going on the rink right now, getting the ice ready. They got to get it just perfect for the team to come out. Joe, thank you so much for your insights. Yeah, very exciting season kicking off tonight here in St. Paul at the X.